So the movie begins with Aicha, who tells her story, and she says that she dreams the same thing every night, in which she sees a very handsome man in a splendid house who comes close to her every day. Even tonight, when Aicha was dreaming this, we saw that in real life too, she had a demon, and it was clear from this that Aicha is under the demon's spell. Well, when Aicha wakes up at night, she was feeling very happy when her husband comes home. But she was also getting angry that her husband has started coming home very late every day. Aicha tells her husband to keep everything in the right place, and he does. But we see that a demonic hand throws all those things here and there, which made Aicha angry. In such a situation, there is an argument between Aicha and her husband gets angry and leaves from here without taking meal. The next day, Aicha goes to work and tells her friend about her trouble, that she feels that her husband is changed. He does not pay attention to her like before. Then her friend explains to her that she also does not treat him like before. She does not speak sweetly with him like before and is not ready for him. She tells Aicha that if you want your husband to pay attention to you, then get ready properly for him tonight. Here, Aicha's husband Ariel was also worried about the same thing, that Aicha is not happy with him. He tells this to his senior too. Then the senior also advises him that he should go and talk to Aicha nicely. Now tonight, as soon as Ariel comes home, Aicha was ready very well. She also talks to him kindly, and today they have a very good day. As Aicha wanted Ariel to love her, Ariel also loves her. But during this time, we also see that demon with both of them. Well, Aicha now falls asleep, and in her dream, she sees the same handsome man again. And tonight, that handsome man was angry. He tells Aicha that you cannot go out of my control. Aicha opens her eyes in fear on hearing this. In the dream, that man had also placed a flower on her belly. Aicha woke up in fear and saw that the flower was lying on her bed. And now her husband Ariel was not there. When Aicha went downstairs, Ariel had prepared breakfast for her. Both of them decide to start a new life by apologizing to each other for their past mistakes. When Aicha came to work today, she saw the same flower in the storeroom, which was on her bed. When she tried to pick it up, someone else's hand picked up that flower first. She looked back in fear and saw that the handsome man from her dream was now in front of her, who was moving quickly towards her. Aicha did not know why she was feeling scared of him, and as soon as Aicha saw his reflection in the mirror, she got even more scared because he was looking like a devil in the reflection that makes her vomit. And when she goes to the washroom, her friend also comes in looking for her. Aicha left from there without talking to her, and her friend got very upset after seeing her vomit because there was blood and a lot of worms. In the evening, Aicha meets her sister, and through their conversation we come to know that Aicha loves children, but despite being healthy, she did not have any child till now, and the doctors were also prescribing them some medicines. She now asks Ariel to bring her medicines, and as he receives Aicha's message, he notices Aicha in his empty building. He is surprised and calls her. Then Aicha starts running. He also runs after her and sees that Aicha's appearance suddenly turned mysterious. Her belly swelled, she became pregnant, and while screaming, her child was also born, which was absolutely devilish. That child now starts moving towards Ariel, and Aicha keeps smiling at Ariel in a creepy way. To save himself from that child, Ariel runs and collides with his senior. He was telling the senior everything about how Aicha was behind him, but now, when he looked back, there was no one behind him. Ariel takes a leave and comes home where he sees Aicha was normal and she was talking to him normally, but Ariel was behaving strangely with her, and she also felt this. He tells Aicha to call the healthcare nurse tomorrow morning, and saying this, he goes to sleep. Even while sleeping, he was seeing all the visions that he saw at night, through which he was feeling fear again and again. In the morning, that lady whom Ariel had called comes and starts massaging Aicha, and while doing so, she tells Ariel that Aicha was 3 months pregnant. Hearing this, Aicha became very happy, but Ariel becomes very sad. She couldn't be 3 months pregnant because Ariel and Aicha hadn't been close in 6 months. Ariel discusses all these things with his senior. Then his senior also advises him to talk to Aicha himself about all these things. Here, Aicha was very happy, as if she had found a treasure. She joyfully tells all her colleagues about her pregnancy, but we see that Aicha's friend was not happy today. She was worried for Aicha because the previous day she had seen worms and blood in her vomit, which was not a good sign. But Aicha was overjoyed, so she ignored all the things of her friend.
Here in the parking, Ariel heard a child crying from inside a car. When he went and checked the car with a light, he saw a devilish child in the car. Seeing this, he runs away from here in fear, and as soon as he runs away, we see behind, Demon was holding that child in his hands. After going home, Ariel checks Aicha's phone because he was suspecting Aicha. And he also finds a boy's chat in her phone. When he asks Aicha about this, she tells him that this boy was her childhood friend, who was just talking to her after a fight with his wife. There was nothing like that between him and Aicha. She was now understanding why Ariel was doubting her, so she angrily tells Ariel that tomorrow we will go to the laboratory and get the test done, and I will prove that this child is yours. Agreeing with Aicha, they reach the hospital in the morning, where when the doctor checks Aicha, it is found that Aicha was not pregnant at all. So what was all this that was happening? The doctor tells that when a girl wants to become a mother and obsesses with this, then such changes often start appearing in her body that she starts thinking that she is pregnant. The healthcare nurse also told her that she is pregnant just by looking at her body shape, although there was nothing like that. Hearing all this, Aicha becomes even more upset, and Ariel gets very sad that he doubted Aicha unnecessarily. Aicha was upset. She goes and shares the whole thing to her friend. Her friend tells her that whatever is happening with you is not right. That is why she takes Aicha to her teacher Zany. As Zany sees Aicha, he notices the same demon behind Aicha, and he understands that there is a big trouble with Aicha. Now he calls Aicha and her friend inside and starts telling them about such giants, whose job is to spoil the marriage life of people. Here, he asks Aicha whether you have any dreams or delusions. When Aicha tells him about her dreams, he tells her that you are possessed by such a giant who spoils people's home. Now Aicha also tells Zany about her pregnancy. Zany says you are not pregnant, Aicha, and on hearing this, she gets even more angry. Aicha's condition was very bad, so her friend stays with her for a long time till she falls asleep. After that, she leaves to go to home. She sees a kitten on the road, which she picks up and places at the top so that no one would crush it. But suddenly she feels strange. When she looks back, there was the same giant there, from whom she had taken Aicha to Zany to save her. That is why that giant was burned with rage, and he kills Aicha's friend while attacking. Aicha can see all this in her dream and gets up in fear. She was also hearing noise from outside. When she went out in fear, her friend was lying dead just like she had seen in her dream. Her friend's death had left Aicha shattered. Aicha also started feeling guilty that her friend's death was because of her. When Ariel comes home, he finds Aicha crying badly. As Aicha tells the whole thing to Ariel, Ariel feels the sadness too. Now while crying, Aicha's belly swells up so much as if she has become pregnant. Seeing this, both of them get worried. Anyway, the next morning, Aicha tells Ariel about those dreams which she used to have every day and about which Zany had said that these are dreams shown by the giants. Now Ariel feels that it is better to take Aicha to Zany. Zany was realizing how much trouble Aicha and Ariel are in. That is why he agrees to help them. And here, Aicha's exorcism starts. That is, the process of getting rid of the demon is started. But this demon was very powerful. He enters Aicha's body during the exorcism, and he tells them in a terrifying voice that they cannot separate this demon from Aicha, because in another world, Aicha had married this demon. After that, that demon leaves Aicha's body, and at this time, Aicha feels intense pain. Zany tells Ariel that this demon ruins the lives of couples in such a way, and it is very important to get rid of him. To get rid of him, he tells them some verses which they had to recite every day. They keep reciting those verses for 14 days, and in reality, their life becomes much more normal than before, and by reciting these verses, she also stopped getting those dreams. But one day, Ariel tells Aicha